Welcome everyone back to the channel. It has been a while since my past XRP update, but price hasn't actually gone anywhere since. It's been ranging for a good while, and in fact, we managed to pump into this area off of the Trump win. Now, the pump was so violent due to bullish news, fundamental news that American crypto would be tax-free and a potential investment into these US-based cryptos by America themselves. So what I'm expecting XRP to do going forward is, of course, continue higher out of this accumulation range. But what was going on, why XRP held up so well, is simply due to the holders, probably mainly being US based, waiting on that tax incentive, if that is true. So it gives them more reason to not click sell, because if it is going to be tax free, why pay tax now? So that's mainly why the US based coins have held up the best, and I really believe will continue to dominate. So a person like myself missed out on this move, but it's still possible to trade. So we have been trading it. I think that at $3, the gains that are left for current holders are great if you rode it up until now. But for newcomers, there are better options. Even though I'm saying there are better options, XRP is still going to dominate. The reason why I'm saying there are potential better options is because where I'm expecting XRP to target as its bull market top, which is between $6 and $12. Look, a double will take it to 6, so it's most likely not going to be the top at 6. So closer to the 10 and 12 location. From today's current price, this is still a great gain for newcomers into crypto, but out of a very euphoric stage of the bull market, you would actually be wanting more gains out of it. So for holders that have been holding since sub $1, it doesn't matter. Overall, catching a further 300% is ridiculous on top of what has already been made. But for newcomers, maybe that's something to trade, spot, or leverage with small leverage. If there was a position to enter with leverage, it might have to be a low amount of leverage if you want a longer term position. Now, if I already look at the low over here to 10% a move away, so realistically, we would want our stop loss or liquidation price beneath this point. If we drag this down 33%, we can give this trade enough breathing space all the way down to the price of $2.11. If you really believe it won't get down there, you could go ahead and put a 3x leverage on XRP with the belief it will not hit $2.11. That would mean the potential future move to $12 will be 3 times the size currently, turning this 300% move into 900. So it does seem a little bit more worth it when you are adding leverage. The issue is every single penny that you put in can be lost if $2.11 is met. Now, I only see XRP getting back down there in a market-wide correction. If Bitcoin continues higher, then there's no reason for XRP to get down to $2.11, which would mean that this low leverage position is safe. Now, there's no guarantee it heads to $12, but it's a position that should not get liquidated in a situation where the market doesn't correct lower and Bitcoin breaks out further to the upside, making new all-time highs above 109k and then starts targeting 120k. I would suggest watching my Bitcoin updates that I do provide. Go over and check that out after this video. So for XRP, realistically, it shouldn't even break this level. So you could maybe even get away with more leverage. However, understand that risk. Lower leverage is probably the play here for people that are not yet involved in XRP. Now, for my current XRP holders, nice gain up ahead, potential move of a further 300% on top of all those gains currently experienced. And out of the most recent fib, looking back to December of last year, so only a month ago, we created this new range between $2.90 and $1.90. That gave us some new future targets. So we're already at our very first technical resistance target, and that's why we can see this consolidation period for for the last week or so on XRP. The moment this resistance gives in, I can see XRP putting in a further move of 20 or just sub 20% to the 1618 target, $3.77. This will be an area where we might see similar price action like this before continuation into my final targeted area, where I do think we'll get sort of a mid-term dip, because we're seeing all the targets between $2.90 and $1.90. All targets would get met at the point of reaching the 2414 fib $5.28. Now, this potential mid-term consolidation, correction, top, whatever you call it, mid-term, right? I still expect it to continue higher afterwards. But getting to this area of $4.43 to $5.28 for new people to the channel, new people in XRP, you need to realize this is a correction zone. As all targets are met, it naturally needs to slow down and reset. So that could mean, again, going sideways, because we've continued to see that in its corrections, it's decided to go sideways more than huge dumps like what has previously happened over the past few years. Every time there was a move up on XRP, it would completely get sold off and give back all those gains. And now there are incentives to avoid that. So that's why future corrections, although if we go from the high here of 290 down to 190, there is a percentage difference of minus 34%. Of course, it went down. But with hindsight, looking back, you'd say that was a sideways correction. And of course, from this top here in 16th of Jan, you can see it went down minus 16%. Although, when you zoom out a lot, you do see it's just a sideways period. So I think we're going to see more of these going forward. And once again, at the 1618, $3.77. From there, I would want the 1272 to hold. You can see that it has been acting as resistance. So love that for that to act as support, to then send XRP higher to the 2 fib, $4.43 to $5.28. So for the next pump, I see XRP traveling between 39 and 65% before it enters a mid-term dip, correction, sideways period, crab market, sort of what we've seen right now through the month of December, essentially. Just happening once again up over here before it continues higher into those next set of targets, which I've already shared, up at $6 to $12. When we get that correction, I will be able to place my fibs just like that on there and over there to give us some further confluence, some further targets aiming up at this area. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and giving me your time today. Don't forget to like, subscribe to support the channel, comment if you can. And if you are interested in education, you can see at the bottom all the options. Use the links down below to follow me on Twitter. You can message me there. I post further content over there. In fact, even more, it's easier to get out some comments, some opinions, rather than making videos and editing them and so on and so forth. So if you want access to myself on a daily basis, check out the Discord. I do live streams in there, mentoring you, sharing all my opinions as well. Cheers, everyone.